Hello everyone, welcome to the weekend video. Part 2 of the Rose Night, and this is the skirt part. Basically, as I said, I'm building this from the ground up. Started with the shoes or footwear, and in this case, the second thing that I already had in mind, I already knew what I wanted, where I wanted this to go, how this was supposed to look, was the skirt. This is again one of those I would call them combat skirts or three-quarter skirts. Basically they don't cover the whole body, they only cover the back and a bit of the sides, and this one was quite a bit of trouble. The skirt has multiple parts. We're working on the first one, which is the what I call the white brim, or the upper brim, lace brim. Basically a lace part on top that is very frilly, very cute, or this is the idea of this, that the upper part with the rose is very cute. And there is the longer skirt that also has folds that is then further down. I made the upper part, the folded part first, the laced hem, and then I copy pasted one of the edges to extrude to make the actual skirt. A few things that I want to say at this point. I made two mistakes. One, I just noticed when I was rigging the thing, because the actual skirt is rigged. All of the three pieces, the back piece and the left and right piece, have their own bones, so they actually don't conform to the leg as much, that I can use them independently of the leg. And one issue, so I had to work a lot around that, because I added the normal edges that I do, which means I grab the edge of the skirt, basically the outer edge, I copy paste it, and then I thicken the curve that I get, which gives me a nice edge that I can then use to I can thicken it to different degrees, which then gives the illusion of thickness to the actual fabric. So even though this fabric doesn't have any thickness to itself, it looks like it has some thickness to that. But doing that instead of thickening the whole skirt means that I later have some issues with the rigging, because it's two different parts that do not necessarily behave together with each other. The other part we already are past, which is that I had to redo the beginning of this a few times, because I basically messed up the symmetry sometimes. So yeah, one of the issues that I had was having a working symmetry for the whole thing, and I wanted to have the asymmetrical skirt here. You could see I do the extrusion for the folds, and then I remembered I actually wanted to give the thing a proper item at the end. Basically, the end is not just the edge, but I wanted this to give it a metal brim, so that the whole thing would hang on a that the thing would have some weight to it that yeah, hangs down and basically forces the whole thing to stay in shape, which is mainly for me so that I can when I rig this, that I can make less bones. Basically each of these parts, the middle part in the back and the left and right part, have a single bone structure instead of multiple, because I wanted to make this easy, and it already took long enough to rig the whole thing, because this has so many polygons that of course this is gonna slow down when rigging. Basically it lagged a lot while it was doing that, so I didn't record that part. Yeah, I also had to do the part on the edge twice because the whole thing crashed once when I tried to make this edge. Furthermore, once I had the actual edge finished, like the second time I did the edge, I basically made the form from scratch instead of copy pasting the actual line from the object. I made the golden brim, or the metal brim, by hand, and yeah, gave it a bit of a. I just wanted to have some more detail to it without having too much or too intrusive of a thing going on. I'm still thinking if I could give this some kind of additional, or if I could have given this some kind of additional shapes or forms on the actual skirt, but that would obviously entail for me to do more rigging. I am thinking about adding a second skirt on top of this one, which consists of armor plates for the sides, so left and right, some armor plating that would be in addition to this, so basically would be a separate item. I might have some time tomorrow to actually make something like that, so yeah, might be in the next video, or I just might have it in the next render. Speaking of, there's a render at the end. I used up one of the bodysuits again that I made ages ago. They actually come in handy for this because I can just put one of my made bodysuits on the character and showcase the actual pieces for the set. Next up will be the gloves slash gauntlets slash armwear. A choker piece will also be part of this, and then of course the torso piece in any variety. But yeah, speaking of this piece in particular, this part, I checked again with my references and I thought, hey, I want to add this detail, this serrated edge basically. So I did the serrated edge to the brim on the side, which I later copy pasted to the other side, of course. But yeah, I did the serrated edge, and once I was finished with the edge, I actually noticed that this now is very asymmetrical, as in the center thing doesn't have this serrated style, this serrated part. So I actually went and went back, or will go back in a bit and make the serrated edge in the middle, which you can see in a few seconds. Basically, yeah. This was a bit more work because I already had this part finished, and I had to do this on top of the already finished and shaped model. But yeah, that's basically the whole thing. It's relatively simple. I at the end decided I'm gonna copy paste the rows to the back as well, basically as an identifier that this is a rose part, even if you look from the back. And yeah, that's the whole thing. I'm adding the UV maps. Obviously, this time I didn't forget to actually give the rose its proper name. For the shoes or for the footwear, the roses actually just are called material 26 instead of roses, because I forgot. But yeah, thanks for watching, enjoy the render, and I will see you for the next video next week. Until then, stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll see you guys around.